I found the perfect niche that you need to be targeting right now if you're creating children's books. There are so many books that are creating hundreds, if not thousands, each day. And I'll show you what niche it is, different types of books that you can create. I'll back it up by data, actually show how much demand there is for these types of books and why now. Then I'll walk you through a particular book that you can create an idea around. Then I'll show you how you can create these books using AI in just a few minutes, show you how to create the character, the background, create scenes, and add text. So make sure you watch this full video to make the most of it till the end. So we'll start off by taking a look on Amazon, and the niche is back to school children's book. And the first book we have here is The Girl Who Never Made Mistakes. And this is a growth mindset book for back to school kids, and it has a very low BSR of 382, so it's making lots of money every day. After this, we have My First Day of First Grade, and this is a sweet back to school picture book for kids. Some reason it doesn't have a BSR, but we'll go on to the next book. The Crayons Go Back to School, and this has an insane BSR of 641. And we've got First Day Jitters, and this has the lowest BSR we've seen so far, which is 65. So this is making thousands every single day. And we've got several other books here. So we've got Be Brave Little One. We've seen this book. We've got My First Day of Preschool. We've got Time for School and Mouse. So we're seeing a lot of different ideas now. And there's a reason why this niche has such huge demand. Yes, a lot of kids may be on holiday right now. However, parents at the back of their mind, they'll always be preparing for kids actually going back to school. And one of these things that usually help a lot is if you can give your kid a book, something interesting that they can read and gain more knowledge and actually be able to prepare for school. Maybe it's their first time going to school. Maybe they want to develop their courage, or you want to develop a certain characteristic while they have the time off. Now, just looking at the data alone, looking at Google Trends, we can see just over the past 3 months that this particular turn back to school has just increased in data, and it's just surging higher and higher. And at the current point now, it's at the highest point that it actually can be. So on Google Trends, if something is 0, then there's 0 interest. And if something is 100, then it means it's at its maximum peak of interest. So there's so much demand for back to school right now. And even if we look over the past 5 years, we can see, just looking at the data, that every single time it gets to August, we can see how the demand for these types of books just increases. So every single time over the past 5 years, it's reached that high. And now that we're just in July, it is going to reach that peak. So you need to make sure that you are creating a book around this, as people are definitely looking for this right now. So we can take a bit more of an in-depth look into one of the back to school books that are really performing on Amazon. It's actually a teacher's pick book, and it's titled The Girl Who Never Made Mistakes, a growth and mindset book for back to school for kids. And firstly, I really love the title. It really resonates with those kids and those people that do love to be perfectionists. And this book will really help them develop that growth mindset, that it's okay to make mistakes, that they can actually be learning curves. And if you can actually learn to just have fun and let things go, then you'll see how you'll be able to develop and things just eventually work out. And it's actually got that social proof. So it's got over 4,300 reviews. So it does really show that the kids are enjoying it. Parents love it too, and it's having that effect. And I think when we checked on the Amazon pages, that the book had an insanely low BSR of 382. And if we just use one of the Amazon calculators, we can see that this book is actually making $1,085 a day and over $32,000 a month, which is absolutely mind blowing. But it just shows you what's possible. Now, it doesn't mean the book that you create within this niche is going to blow up like this, but if you can create something unique, come up with your own concept, then you definitely have a chance to make money within the back to school niche. And we can take a look just at the cover alone and see kind of how quite simple it is. But we see a girl, she's trying to juggle a lot of things at once, and that kind of really reflects on that perfectionist mindset that somebody's trying to do so many things. So the picture really visually illustrates what's going on. Then if we take a look at the inside of the book, We have the title page, and then we see the first page. It's quite a simple graphic of our character, Beatrice Bottomwell, just waking up in the morning. Then after this, we can see her wearing matched socks, and then she puts her shoes on the proper feet. So we can imagine her walking through her day doing absolutely everything perfect. Then eventually something may go wrong somewhere and she might get down. And then maybe somebody might teach how to actually get over those down things. That mistakes do happen, but you don't let it affect you and you can still be happy and learn from it. So you can take some sort of idea or inspiration from it. Never copy somebody's book, but just have your own idea from it. So maybe you might want to flip it and have a different idea. Maybe the girl who always loses things, or maybe the boy who always gets angry, and then just show situations of how the anger would affect the boy during the day, and then what he needs to learn and how he needs to react. So you're teaching kids how to deal with anger. But there's so many different ideas you can create from this. Now we can create our own book and our own characters using Neolemon, and I'll walk you through that. So once you have logged into Neolemon, you're going to have a lot of options on the side. But what we'll do is we'll go to the character turbo. So you just click that. So it's going to take you to this page here. And the first thing you need to do is make sure you choose the latest version, Turbo V3. Then you can describe your character. You really don't need to do anything in detail. Just keep it quite simple with the most important features. So I put in American girl with brown hair, blue eyes, white polo, black skirt and black shoes. And we've got several different options here if you need help. So you've got Inspire Me that can actually generate a character description for you. We've also got so you can use your voice instead of typing. We've got Translate, so you can translate your description to or from another language. We've also got AI Improve, so you can enhance your description even more if needed. Then you can choose the action or expression. I always like to do full body, front view, standing and smiling. And this will just allow us to have our basic character that we can build off. Eventually we can add backgrounds, emotions, change the scene or expression, and then the background, I always like to keep it plain white background. Aspect ratio, you've got several different ones to choose from, but I like to keep it square 1:1. There's so many different fun styles you can choose also, but I like the popular Pixar inspired. And then just click generate and it'll take a few seconds to create your image. So as you can see, it's adhered to the prompt really well. We've got an American girl with brown hair, she's got the blue eyes, the white polo, the black skirt, and the black shoes also. And it's also in that Pixar style, which I absolutely love. Then we've got some options to the right hand side here. So you've got several different things you could do to edit your character. You can change the action, expression, outfit, the background. But what I've done is actually clicked on the editor Pro, and you can just describe the change that you want here. So the first one that I wanted was in a classroom sitting at the desk. So then what it's done is put our character in a classroom and then sitting at a desk, and it's done that perfectly. The character is always consistent every time. You can see the same hair, eyes, polo, skirt and shoes. So it's done a fantastic job. And you can see with just a little prompt that I gave it, all the detail I was able to add in the background. So it's added the board. It's even made it look like kind of a rusty desk as well. It's added a paper, it's added a pencil as well. So you don't need to put a huge amount of detail in, as it's able to create so much with it. Then if you want to maybe build out your story a little bit more and add more scenes, you can continue to click on the editor pro, but always make sure it's that first image, so it's always consistent with the character. And next what I did was sitting eating a sandwich in the food hall, and it's also been able to do that. That's all the detail that I gave. And you can see different characters in the background. You can also see the daily specials here. You can also see some more food in the background. So it's done a fantastic job again. Then you might want to try something different as well, like in the school playground. So we've got now our character in the school playground, and we've got other kids that are running, jumping about on the swings, going up the slides. So we've been able to take that one character and add it then to so many different scenes. And then maybe you might want to change what the character is doing. So maybe the action, you just click on edit action and you've got so many different options here. So let's say you wanted to, you can even choose, for example, thumbs up with right hand cheerful expression. Then you just click generate, and that's what I've been able to get here. So now our character is, you can see the smile, very cheerful, and the thumbs up. So she looks like she's absolutely having fun on her first day back at school. So now you've got your first character and they in their school scene and school uniform. You might want to create another character. So all you need to do is just make sure that you go back to character turbo, and then all you can start doing is maybe describing another character. So here we have Asian boy with black hair, brown eyes, white polo, black trousers, and black shoes as well. So I've kept it consistent. So they both have a similar school uniform, as I want to build out a story around these two characters. And it's done a perfect job creating a character here. So now we've got our two characters. The next thing we want to start doing is build our background. So everything is always consistent. We've not just got random backgrounds all the time. It does look like they are in the same school. So to do that, all we need to do is just go back to the home page and then go to the background generator tool. And then once we're here, the first thing we can do is actually describe your character. Here I've gone with a school park, and then you can choose the aspect ratio, make sure it's consistent with the characters you've created, and also make sure the style is consistent with the characters you've created. Then just click generate, and you can see the image is created on the right hand side, which is absolutely perfect. We've got a bench, we've got a basketball court area, we've got a swing, slides as well. So we've got everything we need for our school park. And once you're happy with this scene, you can generate other background scenes just so that the background's always consistent throughout your book. You've also got a few tools here that you can edit maybe the lighting or anything else further. Then after this, you can use Story Scene Pro to bring in all your characters together. And for that, all you need to do is just go back to the home page and then find Story Scene Pro, click on that. So once you're here, all you need to do is just upload your references. So I've uploaded character 1 and character 2 in Neolemon. Make it really easy for you to upload your characters and then add the background. If you want to add anything else, you just click this button and then you're able to add whatever else you need to. Then you've got the description. So I've got character 1 goes down the slide in the background, and then character 2 sits on the bench in the background. So here we have character 1 going down the slide, and then character 2 sitting on the bench, and the background is perfect like we asked for. Then you can continue to create more scenes. So the next thing I asked for was character 1 and character 2 play together on the swings in the background, so they should be there, and it's been able to create them both here. It's changed the angle, which is really nice, and they're both on the swings looking at each other. So we're really starting to build our back to school story. Maybe both characters are really starting to make friends and just build that friendship. So it can be maybe something about teaching kids about friendships and being friendly and open. Then the final thing that we would want to do once we have all of our scenes created, then we might want to add some text, which you're able to do in Neolemon 2. If we want to start creating our story scene with text and speech, then all we need to do is go back to the home page and then click canvas, and it will take you to a blank canvas page, but you can see the one that I've already created here. And firstly, what you need to do is just actually choose the size. And if you've gone with the 1:1 dimension, then again, choose the square picture book 8.5 by 8.5, which is perfect for KDP. And you can add your image, which I've done here. All you need to do is just click add your image, and then you can simply add it right there, which is pretty simple to do. And you can set it as your background, and it's been able to do that very quick and easy. And if you want to add some text, just choose a speech bubble that you want to use. I've added this one.
I've moved it to the bottom and just sized it out. And then if you want to add text, just click add a text. And that's something that I've done here. So I've called the characters Timothy and Abigail, and I've wrote that they are having fun on the swings. That it's important to be kind and friendly so you can make friends with people. So again, it's just teaching kids the power of being kind and friendly and how that helps. So once you've built up your first page, all you need to do is just make sure that you export it, and then you can click on clear and then start creating your next page. So it's something that's really easy, quick, and fun to do. That took me less than a minute. Then you can start building out your pages too. Now, there will be a PDF guide in the description for you to follow, and Neolemon do offer a free subscription for you to test this out yourself, so make sure you do. As I said, this niche is in huge demand right now, so if you want to make money, make sure you target this. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's any other content that you want to see moving forward, and thanks for watching.